Well, I just hope I'm recording. So this is going to be a quick overview in case that last one wasn't so great. As you can see here, I have an 8-step sequencer. It has pitch pots per step, step outputs per step, as well as 4 CV outputs. This first one is just reading the pitch of whatever step is on. This is reading the decay, but post-decay remaining in steps. So if I were to put these all super down, you'd see this light up quite a bit. And what that's indicating is that the decay output is over. So it works almost like a post-decay trigger. Technically, you could dial in some gate, some swing situations there. This is a gate output, which every time a step is active or a button is pressed in keyboard mode, it will transmit a voltage out, 4.095. All this is working through the Teensy, digitally controlling the analog outputs, and this is a op amp that's set up in a resistor feedback configuration, so it's amplifying 1.5 volts. And that is how we are able to get to 5 volts from a 3.3 domain. Of all the features, one of them is being exampled right now, and that's the external clock read. So it's in external clock mode right now, and it's following this SQ1. If I were to go into internal clock, it's reading this tempo. This tempo is essentially how we're getting the decay subdivisions. So each step it's doing a little bit of math and figuring out when it should trigger the CV output and turn the current step off. As I showed before, the CVs are CV inputs of this synth are being triggered right here, and it can go as fast as it needs to, although it gets a little wonky. The other features that I have are stopped. What's nice about stopped is it coincides with reset quite a bit. So if I were to go into keyboard mode, switch over to forwards direction, and go to reset, it's going to stay right where it's supposed to. If I go to backwards and I go to reset, it's going to reset to step 7. If I go to forwards and reset, this should bring us to step 1. It's a little bit of a hiccup there, but that's okay. Then if I go from go, it's going to be good to go. Now part of the reason I did this was so that I could tune each step. So if I go stop, it's going to give me the ability to tune it. If I go stop, it's going to give me the ability to tune it, and so forth. There we go. And one thing you'll notice is CV1 is basically a drone output, so it's everything that's going on stepwise, just minus the decay. And from before I had the decay up pretty high. And I'm just going to turn some of these up a little bit to kind of example what the point of them are. And last but not least is an arpeggiator function. So this is a keyboard, and the idea with this is that it's a lot like CV1 in sequencer mode. CV3 maps mirrors what's going on with the current step output, and this goes all the way to an arpeggiator feature. So it will read multiple buttons down, and based on the tempo will produce a rate of toggling between them. So as you can see, these are also updated in real time, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So one thing that's been going on this whole time is this. Well, it's pretty easy to see. So if I hold down this button and turn up this rate, it's going to have quite an effect on the color over here. Same with this guy. Pretty much any of them. They're all doing something with the color. So essentially, if I had it in sequencer mode, here, let's do that. I'll show you. There we go. Lots of different color things. I personally like it when it's super slow. You can see the rate of color change pretty obviously. Probably turn these back up and all these back up. There we go. And yeah, that's the synth. So I hope that everybody enjoyed it. It's loads of fun. This has been a super fun project. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching.